Coaches, welcome, and thanks for being on board with us this year for the upcoming 2022 season. A special shout out to those of you who are new, whether you're a new team or a new coach with us this year, and those of you that are joining us for the first time. We certainly welcome you especially, and hope that you guys are having a good off season and getting ready to go as we get ready to approach this new year. And I think we're all getting sick and tired of this cold weather and getting into almost February here as I'm recording this. So obviously we're all kind of itching to get going here and looking forward to having all of you with us again this year. We're growing again. This is our fourth year, guys, that we've added some teams to the fold. Last year we had 205 teams. This year we're sitting at 219. So we're very, very happy about that. Not that it's all about that, but very thankful again to have you guys entrusting us and being on board with us again this year, and very excited about where we're headed and what we're about to do here as we get into this new year. For those of you that don't know my ugly mug, I am KJ Bigler. This is the third year that I've kind of been the commissioner, taken the helm, if you will, or been leading this thing. And again, I couldn't be happier, I couldn't be more proud of this entire organization and everybody that's involved, and being able and being called, I guess, to be the commissioner or the leader of this thing. It's a pleasure and a privilege, guys. Having said that, I do want to kind of launch into the board here in just a minute, because they are really the backbone of this thing, and want to just make sure you're aware of who those guys are and how long they've been with us. But before I do that, I guess just to clarify, over the next 15 or so minutes, want to just kind of provide an overview of where we are, where we're headed, and kind of where we're going from here. Talk a little bit about sportsmanship, give you guys the sportsmanship awards, and talk for a few minutes about that near the end here. And then from there we're going to be kind of launching into some Zoom meetings, and you're going to be connecting with your coordinators very, very shortly here in the next week or two once you view this. So that's kind of where we're headed over the next 15 minutes and where you'll be heading from there. So, as I talked about just a second ago with the board, guys, they are really a big part of this thing. They're the backbone of this organization, and we're very fortunate to have the 9 members that are with us right now, and all of them have been with us for at least a couple of years, if not much longer. So they are guys that are very committed to this thing, that have been around the league even longer than they've been on the board, and provide just great ideas, great insights. And I think that's what really makes our league what it is. It keeps us strong and organized to be able to get together once in a while and bounce off ideas and thoughts and plans and things for where we're headed when it comes to rules or anything we want to change or add to what we're doing currently. So again, just a special shout out to them and everything that they do and mean to this organization. I know everything involved with the coordinators, their information and who they are, you can find on the website. But let me just kind of run through each one very briefly and give you their tenure, let you know how long they've been with us before we get into the rest of it here. From the second grade level is Michael Foster, and Mike has actually been with us for 5 years now. I believe he's the second longest tenured board member with us. At the third grade level is Nathan Westby, and Nathan is in his 4th year with us on the board. At the 4th grade level is Lance Lozenegger, and Lance is in his 3rd year with us this year. At the 5th grade level from Brookfield is Troy Shar, and Troy's in his 2nd full year, kind of got involved a little bit the year before that, but in his 2nd full year with us this year. At the 6th grade level is Bobby Orick, and Bob is in his 5th year with us this year. At the 7th grade level, kind of took over for me a couple years back when I jumped into this role, is Jeff DeMichael. And Jeff's been with us for this will be his 2nd full year, and again, he jumped in a little bit the year before that. And then at the 8th grade level is Steve Lukish, and Steven is in his 7th year, so he's the longest tenured board member with us, and I'm happy to have him with us as well. So those are the guys representing each of the different age levels, guys, and again, all their information is out there, and you'll be hearing from them depending on what age level you're at very, very soon if you haven't already. The other 2 guys I need to mention are very, very important to this organization and spend an awful lot of time even more so than the other guys. Jeff Standish is our website guru, and he is also our arbiter guy. So he has two very, very important jobs and spends an awful lot of time on those two things, and does an awesome job. So couldn't be happier to have him kind of taken over the last couple years for the arbiter in place of his dad. And I know Daryl is still around and helping him out just a little bit, but that was quite a job he had to do last year. And obviously we know we're in a shortage situation, guys, when it comes to umpires, but we'll talk a little bit about that in a second as well. So the other guy that's extremely important to this organization and has done an awesome job, he's been on board with us for, I think this is his third year that he's with us now full-time, is Everett Bud Beebe. He is our UIC, if you will, our umpire-in-chief, and handles all the questions and rules and things when it comes to the umpires, and of course the ejections and things that come along the way at times, and making sure that he's in the middle of whatever's going on out there when it comes to the officiating and the umpiring. So again, a very important piece, very important guy to our organization, and he has also been very instrumental in this Umpire Clinic that I want to talk about here. As I mentioned earlier, this Umpire Clinic that we started, this actually got hatched back in September. It's only been about 5 months that we kind of came up with an idea, guys, and some of you guys know this and maybe some of you don't. Of course, all of you know that there's a huge need out there when it comes to umpires, when it comes to finding guys to be out on the field and doing their thing for us during our games. And with that being said, we kicked the tires on trying to see what we could do as an organization to not only help us out, of course, in trying to fill our games and trying to make sure that everything gets covered on our end through the WSYBL, but in the area as well. So our umpire-in-chief, as I mentioned, Everett Bud Beebe, has been just an integral part of this thing, has really taken the ball and run with it, and he and his connections have really gotten us off to an awesome start as of this past November. We've had 2 sessions, and we have 2 more, one coming up on February 5th and another one on March 19th. We have over 55 students, guys, and we turned almost 15 people away in a short amount of time that we had a chance to publicize this thing. So I'm pretty excited about what we're seeing from the guys that are taking these classes and spending this time with us to learn what they're learning and what Bud and his gang are bringing to the table and what they're able to teach them. From what I've seen, I'm really excited about where we're headed, guys, and getting our games covered and where these guys are going to help take us through this spring and summer, through what they're learning and their desire to be out there. So I just, hats off to him and everybody that's helping. I really want to thank all the presidents out there as well. When we talked to them back in October about helping us publicize this thing, they did an awesome job in getting the word out and really helping us get this thing off the ground, and couldn't be any more thrilled as to where we are right now and where this thing is headed and what I think it's really going to be able to do for us, not only in the league but in the area coming up this season. So I want to make sure I brought you up to speed on that. The last thing I want to do is just cover a little bit of the sportsmanship aspect of things, guys, before I actually announce the sportsmanship awards. As you guys know, if you know me at all, if you know my dad at all, it's a pretty important topic, pretty important subject when it comes to that and what we believe in, what we stand for as far as how we're conducting ourselves and the role models that we are out there as coaches, guys. I got to be honest with you, we did not do such a good job this past year. When we take a look at last year, when we look at ejections, when we look at some of the things that went on last season, it certainly wasn't our best. And I need to be honest with you, I need to kind of relay that to you and hope that we can pick it up a notch this coming season, and we can make sure we all realize the importance of, as coaches, how much influence we have on these kids that we're coaching, and the power that you guys have to really direct these guys in the right direction. We need to continue to keep in mind, guys, that we're being watched, and we really truly are role models for these guys, whether we think so, whether we like it or not. It's an extremely important job and an extremely important role. So I do ask you guys, implore you guys to really think about, when you're out there this coming season, what's going on around you. And when one of these guys makes a boneheaded call or things don't go your way, I've been there, guys. I've coached a lot of years myself. I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know too many guys that are any more competitive than I am. So really need you to bite your lip, count to 10, walk away. Keep in mind what's going on around you at that particular moment, because I know it can be awfully tough and awfully frustrating, but the last thing we want is to get into a bad situation that we're going to regret later. And again, how much we're being watched while we're out there. The other thing that I would mention, and what I've seen over the years, is a lot of times you guys, I assume I'm talking to head coaches here and presidents that are watching this, a lot of times it happens to be the assistant coaches or the scorekeepers or even grandma and grandpa that are standing behind the fence that are really becoming more of an issue. But at the same time, you guys are really responsible for those people, right? And need to make sure that you're keeping your fans, your assistant coaches, and everybody around you in check, because you guys definitely are representative or representing the team and the club, being the head guy. So please keep that in mind, guys, as we roll throughout this year. It really is important. It really is something that I want you to keep in mind as you continue to practice with your teams and you continue to get out there this coming season. So speaking of sportsmanship, guys, let's get into the awards, the sportsmanship awards for this past year. Again, to me, these are very important awards. They're voted on by your peers, guys, by the coaches that you're going to battle with and that you're out there playing against. And to me, they mean an awful lot. And so congratulations to all of you guys as I announce you here throughout the different age levels. Please forgive me if I do not pronounce your name exactly correctly, but these are the guys that we do want to congratulate and announce, I guess, at each age level that won these awards for this past season. At the second grade level, Ryan Amundsen from Wauwatosa West Junior Trojans. From the New Berlin Magic was Doug Johnson. And from the Oconomowoc 5-O's Navy team, Ed Rindal. So congratulations to you three at the second grade level. At the third grade level was Paul Dooley from the Muskego Warriors. Mark Dembski from the Cedarburg Mercs Blue Team, and Joe Lonizak, hopefully I pronounced that right, Joe, from the Kettle Moraine Junior Lasers. So again, congratulations to you guys from the third grade level. At the fourth grade level, Mike Miller from the Muskego Warriors, Brad Bester from the Kettle Moraine Junior Lasers Navy Team, and Jeff Johnston from the Jackson Jayhawks. Congratulations to you guys at the fourth grade level. Fifth grade this year, we had 4 that we want to announce. Brian Bonlender from the West Bend Thunder. Aaron August Wiedenbaum from the Muskego Warriors. Michael Schultz from the Wauwatosa West Junior Trojans. And Rob Young from the Hartford Orioles Black Team. Congratulations, guys, to you at the 5th grade level. 6th grade this year, Kevin Rocker from the West Bend Thunder. Patrick Buchanan from the Hamilton Junior Chargers Red Team. And Jonathan Haynes from the Germantown Junior Warhawks White Team. Again, congratulations to you 3. And at the 7th grade level, guys, Brent Krubaugh from the West Bend Defenders. Teddy Werner from the Whitefish Bay Junior Blue Dukes Blue Team, and Dan Jesrig from the Menominee Falls Junior Phoenix Gray Team. So again, congratulations to you 3 and to all of you who won those awards. Just so you guys are aware, we had quite a few of you from each of the different grade levels getting votes and being on the list, I guess, that may not have received an award, but we're getting some acknowledgments from your peers. So that sportsmanship piece, again, guys, as we talked about, is just so important. And so appreciate you guys remembering that and keeping that at the top of your mind as we get into the season here, coming into the spring and summer months. From there, guys, that's really about all I've got for you. As we've talked about, the next step here is for your coordinators to get in touch with you, set up a call. And this went very well last year for you guys to get next steps, final details, things that you're going to need to know, and some time frames and things that are going to be important that we need you to be involved with and make sure you know about as we get into February. And then obviously answer or have any questions for them. Those are the guys you're going to want to go to on the front lines. If there's ever anything I can do for you, of course, please get in touch with me. All my information's obviously out there on the website. And as we get into February, and again, looking forward to the weather changing and things getting a little bit closer here to getting outside and playing some baseball. So I want to wish you guys all the best of luck this year. Thank you once again for being part of this league, and looking forward to serving you and giving you guys the opportunity to serve your kids as we get into the spring and summer months of this year.